in Spain a fortnight ago. And that loss, coupled with Juventus's belated but comprehensive 4-0 win over Bayer Leverkusen last week, suggests that the Gunners will need to extend an unbeaten Highbury home European record, currently standing at 15, if they're to maintain high hopes of reaching the quarter-finals. Arsene Wenger keeps the side that won at Ipswich on Saturday. Juventus will rely heavily on their French connection. Lilian Thuram is one of the world's best defenders, and in David Trezeguet they have the competition's leading marksman with 8 goals in 6 starts. To Highbury, your commentators David Pleat and first Clive Tilsley.
It will be a long winter for Arsenal without a Champions League victory to their name. Of last season's quarter-finalists, only one team made it through without winning at least once before the winter break, but that team was Arsenal. It's not quite make or break for them tonight, David.
Not quite, Clive. Good evening all. I think it's an important game nevertheless, that one they can really hardly afford to lose. Bayer Leverkusen and Deportivo represent real quality. It's a very hard group and Arsenal want to maximise home advantage tonight.
Clearance from the world's most expensive goalkeeper, Gigi Buffon, headed forward by Ashley Cole. Tudor looking for Zambrotta down that right-hand side. He will be Cole's direct opponent this evening. Zambrotta is a current Italian international, but then Cole is a current England international. Rather loose touch from Vieira, almost letting Zambrotta in. It was Upson who got it clear, on by Henry. Pesotto in towards Nedved. Well rocked though. Strong challenge from Sol Campbell. Parla up to Henry. Tacchinardi to Nedved. Now Del Piero with some space. Looking to wrong foot Campbell. He's done that much, but they closed the door on Alessandro Del Piero.
He did very well, Campbell, there, because initially he didn't have too much cover. And the clever step over by Del Piero could have really put him in trouble. There you see the space behind Campbell. And Campbell just urges his big frame to shepherd it towards the line.
Del Piero will take the corner. Came off Vieira at the near post. Juventus didn't play their opening game until last Thursday because of fog delays in Turin, but they caned Bayer Leverkusen 4-0 with their best display of the season. Won comfortably again at the weekend after losing their way during the autumn. And Arsenal have had a 2 steps forward, 1 step back sort of season, but they're second in the table and in all the cups. They're doing something right. Marcelo Lippi is again the coach of Juventus, the man who took this club to 3 successive Champions League finals before leaving nearly 3 years ago.
I think it will be very much a tactical battle tonight, and half-time is going to be very important. Changing tactics, just fine-tuning. Juventus playing with a 4-4-2. Nedved, who plays on the left, comes and roams and drifts inside. Arsenal will try and utilise the pace of Perez and Ljungberg from wide positions, and of course they have the tremendous speed of Henry making those breaks from the centre of the field.
Thuram in towards his fellow countryman Trezeguet. Lauren. Kanu. Control was good, the pass wasn't.
It'll be interesting to see Kanu up front tonight, someone who's excellent with his back to goal. Generally, Arsenal have played players this season, combinations up front of players who are runners, but Kanu very much a player who likes the ball into his feet.
Henry's trying to run, but running into trouble, and here comes Nedved running for Juventus, but Campbell is there once more. Sharp pass from Lauren to Ljungberg. Cole. Perez. Goal kick. Nedved. Del Piero was drawn wide. Got his shot away, and it needed a very good save from Stuart Taylor, because that was curling in from Alessandro Del Piero.
That's his trademark, bending balls with a little bit of pace, but in the first place was Upson's header down that gave Nedved the chance to put Del Piero into that position. But a superb effort by Stuart Taylor, which will give him every confidence to begin this game.
Three of the Juventus back four are inside the Arsenal penalty area here. Ordinate bit of a scramble at the near post. Henry was defending initially. It was Lauren who got it clear.
I think we'll find it was quite a good reaction save again by Taylor there. It got a deflection. Early warnings.
Header away by Campbell, only as far as Trezeguet. And he couldn't get that to swing quite enough. But the potential in the Juventus front two is clear for all to see, particularly Stuart Taylor.
Here we see the corner, and it did get a little touch in towards Taylor, and he had to cover that near post. Arsenal defending sensibly, two on the line at corners. Juventus backline pushing up at every opportunity when the ball is deep, trying to tease and tempt Arsenal into hitting the ball over the top, perhaps in one.
Visitors have made an assertive start. Ljungberg penalised. Contrasting hairstyles of Nedved and Ljungberg. Not sure that Nedved has got a style as such. Ljungberg spends hours on his.
I think he'll have to get a hat-trick in a cup final for that style to take on Clive.
Parlour forward. Henry running free. Cano is up with him. Ljungberg is getting there. Henry's cross in towards Cano. It teased him. It was only just overhit. Lively opening.
Yes, Juventus looking as though they're prepared to push on early. Against Celtic, a game I saw, a wonderful game in Glasgow. Celtic dictated the tempo of that game, and they pressured and pushed early to try and win possession, and then disturbed the tempo of Juventus.
Henry to Pires. Ashley Cole, ever eager to overlap. Quick throw by Alessandro Birindelli. He's not so sure, but the Portuguese referee is.
Well, Birindelli thought that Cole bought the dive. There you see Cole just nicking it away.
I think it was a free kick that he won. And it has brought both Upson and Campbell forward here. In towards Vieira, almost reached Cano. Cleared by Trezeguet deep in defence, and he's found Del Piero, and he has Nedved up with him. It's 2 against 2 momentarily. Del Piero, though, held up by Cole. Support now on this left-hand side from Pisotto. Well, he went for glory when he had support. It is a corner.
It was great control, wasn't it, by Pisotto to bring that ball down there. But I thought that was a lucky break. I really think that Trezeguet, when he cleared the ball out of defence, I'm sure, unless he's a more even wonderful player than we think, I don't really think he picked out that forward pass. But they nearly made the most of it.
Nedved's corner. Headed by Cano deep in defence. Helped away by Pires. Thuram. Nedved. Zambrotta going all the way back to Birindelli. He goes even further back to Buffon.
Good play there by Kanu, forcing them to go back.
Followed by Lauren and Nedved.
It's good play by Parler, just letting the ball run across his body, so they're able to switch from right to left.
Pires, Cole had never stopped running, and now look, he popped up. Oh, and he forced the save from Buffon at the near post. And all the energy and enthusiasm that Ashley Cole has brought to the Arsenal and England team summed up with that run.
It was a fabulous run, Arsenal working the ball right to left, and because Cole ran off the ball and continued his run, he almost got lucky. It was a good effort.
Headed by Pires, then by Vieira. Lauren. Henry unable to protect it from Montero, but it's broken for Parler. Vieira to Pires. Both teams showing real zest in attack. Canu. Game always seems to come to a standstill when it arrives with him, but he lost control for once. Run back by Vieira. Forced forward by Tudor. Lauren tidies up.
It's a loose ball by the giant Tudor. Basically, with defensive instincts, playing in midfield with Takinardi. They're able to leave the more creative and dangerous Davids on the touchline this evening. They're determined that they're going to stop the Arsenal danger man, Vieira. He started quietly, but we expect so much of Vieira. Sometimes it's unfair, the standards that we require. Tudor marking Vieira very closely.
Cole finding Vieira, and there's Tudor right next to him, forcing an error from Patrick Vieira. Foul by Zambrotta on Cole. Control from Del Piero. He really is coming back to his very best after a couple of injury-plagued seasons. Pesotto. Takinardi has made a run. Parler trapped him every inch of the way. Fascinating matchups all over the field. Cole to Henry. Nice angle on the pass for Pires. Switching the point of the direction of the attack and finding Ljungberg. Lauren back into Ljungberg. Smart turn, couldn't quite link up with Henry. Got a buffeting from Montero, who is a typical Uruguayan defender.
I think Arsenal have doused that early Juventus fire. And what I do like is that when they're getting it wide, rather than making a mistake there, when they have got it wide to either Ljungberg or Pires, the full-backs are very quickly ready to support. That's Laurent on the right and Cole on the left.
Del Piero almost slipping away from Lauren and forcing a free kick.
Well, he mustn't make too many poor challenges, because I think he'll be in the referee's book. He's already 3 times been turned or twisted, and mustn't concede too many free kicks. They've got 1 or 2 really giant guys in the Juventus lineup.
Tallest of them, Tudor, there in the centre of the picture. Nedved going a little longer, headed away by Cole. Pires. Towards Canu. Pires looking for Henry. It's cut out by Alessandro Bilindelli, who is the only uncapped player in the Juventus team. Pires has Lauren free here. 4 waiting for a good cross. Lauren can't provide it. Hits it against Pesotto. Parler. Montero sees off Ljungberg. Del Piero very confidently into the path of Tudor.
That's quality football, playing their way out of trouble.
The very best players trust their touch in all areas of the field.
I just think for Arsenal, if Ljungberg can try and hold a bit of width with Nedved roaming.
Little flick from Del Piero, and here's Nedved! Good save by Taylor. Danger hasn't passed. Trezeguet is there. It's onto the roof of the netting. And Stuart Taylor has distinguished himself in the opening stages here. Clever flick releasing Pavel Nedved, who knows he might have done better.
Yes, he'll regret that miss. It was Upson who headed the first ball away. When the play was switched, it was a very clever ball. Certainly an onside. Lauren was trailing. Well blocked by Taylor. Nedved causing a little bit of trouble when he's moving infield from those wide positions. That was Trezeguet's final header that went onto the top of the net. But it's the space that Nedved's leaving when he roams infield that Ljungberg may be able to exploit on the right-hand side. Certainly for Celtic, Agathe did very, very well when Nedved went inside and Celtic were able to switch the ball. I'm sure it's something that Arsene Wenger may have looked at.
Some ingenious touches from Juventus players. Here's Takinardi trying to slip one through towards Trezeguet. One back low by Birendelli. This is Zambrotta on towards Trezeguet. Campbell was there. Trezeguet's foot was a little high. Now free kick for the foul on Cano. Tudor did join Juventus as a central defender, a position that he occupies in the Croatian national team, but this season he has been drafted into a midfield which was shorn of Zinedine Zidane during the summer. It's a completely different kind of emphasis in that Juventus midfield as a result. Cole. Very precisely into the path of Pires. Driven in towards Henry, nearly reached him. Montero's outstretched foot. And then stretching Ljungberg forces it wide. Never a dull moment.
No, and Ljungberg getting into the box well from Pires, who's working well on that left-hand side. He's very quick. And he's swinging those balls in. Don't really think that Ljungberg really felt that he had a real goal-scoring chance there.
Trying to hold off Thuram.
Matthew Upson settled down quite well in collusion with Campbell at the centre of defence. I think many people thought Keown might get the nod tonight. It's a measure of Upson's form in the last 2 or 3 games that Arsene Wenger's kept faith with him.
Ljungberg's shot hit against Pesotto. No such thing as a lost cause for Frederick Ljungberg. Nedved, who was sent tumbling by Ljungberg. Cole in towards Pires. Oh, he just tried to turn inside Birendelli. He has to make do with a corner kick.
Fabulous weighted pass by Ashley Cole there.
Some bright minds combining out there. But Juventus have an early problem and are going to have to make an early change. Come after this corner kick. Pires drives it into the near post and Trezeguet drives it away.
I'm shocked if they're going to make the change for Nedved. If that is the change that they're going to make, so Edgar Davids they're looking at. Is he going to play central or is he going to play wideish on the left for Nedved? But I don't think he was damaged by that fall there into the barrier. Seems okay. Must be a tactical change. Maybe he wants Davids to play wider on this left-hand side, because I think this is where Arsenal do have a bit of room.
We understand Tudor has a problem in actual fact there, but we'll see how that develops. This is Lauren. Lauren stepping between two of them. It's come out as far as Vieira. Oh, good save by Buffon. Youngberg! Arsenal in front. Frederick Youngberg. He scored in his last 3 games for the club. But this is a real scalp for the man with the pink scalp.
Initially, good play by Lauren. The cut inside rather too easily. They got a lucky deflection there. There, Vieira did very, very well. And when the ball just bounced in front, it was the forward that was quickest to react. As Juventus stood, yeah, you see Thuram wasting out. Good drive, quickest to react. Freddie Ljungberg, 1-0.
Arsene Wenger has been raving about Ljungberg in recent weeks. He says he improves every year. On Saturday he scored at Ipswich, won the penalty, made a goal line clearance. Tonight against Juventus he has scored the opening goal. Edgar Davids has replaced Igor Tudor, the injured Igor Tudor, in the Juventus midfield. Henry, outnumbered, thought he was fouled, and the referee has confirmed. This is 6th goal of the season for Arsenal. He missed the game against England at Old Trafford last month, but he'll get another chance to play England before too long. Pires square for Parla. It's a good shot and a good save by Buffon. Snapshot from Parla, almost caught out Gigi Buffon, who, if there are any question marks about his part in the goal, has more than made up for them with that smart save.
It was a super square ball. I think it was Pires who played the ball across to Parla. Really fast, firm in-step pass. But Parla decided to take a chance, and sometimes you catch goalkeepers unawares. Buffon wasn't, but that keeps Arsenal's tails up.
Corner which Pires will take. Header away by Thuram, helped on its way down the field by Del Piero.
So important Arsenal try and keep the tempo up in the next 10-15 minutes, or particularly if they can do so for the next quarter of this half.
On by Kanu, almost reached Henry. It was Thuram who cut it out. One back there by Kanu. Showing real appetite for the game tonight, but so are Juventus, and here's Nedved trying to stretch Arsenal once more as Del Piero pulls out to this left-hand side once more. Led back to Tacchinardi, headed away by Cole. Pesotto looking for Del Piero once more. He'll take the corner. The referee has found in Arsenal's favour. They were certainly looking to the assistant on the far side for an offside decision during the build-up there.
Could well be that Davids adds some subtlety into the midfield, but basically playing alongside Vieira, and I'm sure we know who's going to win that battle if it's a challenge.
Nedved. 4-on-4 Vieira. Kanu. Henry. Tucked in just behind Pires. There's a real cut and thrust about Arsenal coming forward. Parla Asked a lot of Henry that time. He actually acknowledges that it was a good idea.
Yeah, looking for the searching ball, looking probably to use Henry's pace over the top, but of course it was badly mishit. But the pace of Pires, the pace of Henry, and the running of Freddie Ljungberg on the right is a real threat to Juventus at this stage.
And thanks to this man Ljungberg, Arsenal really do have the bit between their teeth and a goal to defend. Takinadi, Del Piero. Never quite know what he's going to do next. He has so many tricks up his sleeve. Zambrotta breaks the challenge from Cole, headed away by Upson. This is Vieira. Now Kanu. Caught from behind by Montero, who was defeated by the skill of the Nigerian.
Good refereeing. Just reminds Montero to be careful coming into the back of Kanu. That once again was a good pass by Vieira, almost tempting the challenge from behind.
Kanu to Ljungberg. A little isolated on the right-hand side. Vieira. Cole always available. Pires. Trying to make some shooting space for himself. He was tricked. Zambrotta couldn't quite catch up with him. And it's a free kick in a very promising position for Arsenal.
And really could have avoided making the challenge, really. Thuram was coming in. He was three defenders closing.
Pires running with great purpose tonight.
Yeah, very pacey, very purposeful.
Thierry Henry is the odds-on favourite here. Two Arsenal players stationed on the... The most expensive goalkeeper in the world, hardly moved. Completely defeated by Thierry Henry's free kick. And with less than half an hour gone, Arsenal lead Juventus by 2 goals to 0.
Absolutely fabulous start. Regardless of the wall's position, you could see Buffon. He was able to move a yard, but he knew that he had no chance of searching that ball out right in the corner.
He had just 7 months as a Juventus player at the start of 1999, ironically, the year that they almost went to the final and were denied by Manchester United, but Henry was ineligible for the Champions League. He was a spectator to all that. It was a frustrating time for him. Juventus played him mainly as a wide man. But against the team that sold him to Arsenal, Henry has now doubled Arsenal's money. And in the Champions League this season, Thierry Henry has scored 6 times in 7 appearances.
David's disappointing that no one was showing and making angles up front for him there. Juventus, test of character now.
David's against Vieira. You wouldn't wish to come between those two, and David's foot was just a little high. Vieira quickly taken. Henry taken on the chest. What a volley! Oh! Well, shades of that unbelievable goal that he scored against Manchester United here last season. I think that one would have been better if it had dipped a little bit more.
I think so. Absolutely superb long ball. Should be challenged. He shouldn't have a couple of yards there to chest the ball, but what a trap. What control as he hit the volley.
Arsenal on fire. Headed by Thuram, only as far as Ljungberg. Kanu to his right, Henry and Pires to his left. Kanu unable to fool Pesotto. Del Piero. Davids. Zambrotta arriving on the right-hand side. Pires just jabbing it back. Cole clears.
Good defending, Pires tracking back, helping Cole out. He'll appreciate that, to be fair. Cole supported him tonight going forward. It's Pires' responsibility to support Cole when he's having to defend.
Or do Arsenal stick or twist now? Do they take a more circumspect approach with that two-goal cushion? Or do they try to maintain the initiative that they've now taken and keep all that momentum and keep Juventus penned back?
I think the more Juventus come forward, the more Arsenal's pace will be a danger. It's not as though it's the fastest delivery in the world, but it's so beautifully placed.
Henry slipping Thuram. Arsenal have got men over here. It's Pires. Trying to cut it back towards Kanu. Support from Ljungberg. Here is Freddie Ljungberg. Saved by Buffon. Henry looking to keep it in. Sees off Zambrotta. Cleared by Thuram this time.
Well, Arsenal appear rampant at the moment. Henry's pace, electric.
Buffon kept them at bay that time. Now Nedved has it for Juventus. Asked too much of Trezeguet.
If in doubt, get it out. I think Ashley Cole did the right thing. He wasn't sure about Taylor's position there.
Davids. On by Tacchinardi. Cole tried to clear it. Nedved steps through. Penalty, is it? No, it's a yellow card for Nedved for diving. And Pavel Nedved not only suffers the embarrassment and ignominy of that yellow card, but he will miss the next Juventus game against Deportivo La Coruña in February.
Well, when the ball came through, Ashley Cole really mishit it. I think it was more of a stumble, really.
And it's a great decision.
It was an afterthought. He went to ground.
He has said that this is the worst period of his career. Nedved, he hasn't found his form since joining Juventus in the summer. The Czech Republic have slumped out of World Cup contention. Juventus have a problem with a player down injured at the moment.
Birindelli,
yeah. Are you right back?
Had a hard time so far with Pires cutting inside him with his long strides. Certainly have come to terms at full-back with Pesotto and Birindelli, with the speed of Pires who cuts across the field, and Ljungberg, who's more direct and well supported by Lauren. It is the breaking pace of Arsenal that has caused problems for Juventus.
Buffon beaten twice already, but he did well to keep Arsenal at bay there after Freddie Ljungberg had again slipped in behind Pesotto, saving with his leg. Ironic that the very referee whom Arsenal carpeted for not tackling the diving of the players in Athens earlier in the competition should be the man who yellow carded Nedved for that very offence. What comes around? Soto certainly seemed to use his arm there. Whatever he uses, he's finding it very difficult to keep Ljungberg at arm's length. Cano to Vieira. Pires. Cano. Well, they believe they can score from every attack at the moment. Arsenal are absolutely brimming with confidence.
They're using the width well, and when they're getting it wide, they're very purposeful.
Last 10 minutes of a half, it's been a dream for Arsenal so far. Cano. Takinadi.
Good pressing by Arsenal.
Some of the best-rated defenders in world football have been really rattled by the Arsenal attack tonight, but Juventus can come forward too. Here's Nedved to Del Piero. It might still come for Nedved. Last touch was off an Arsenal player. Juventus have now lost their tallest player, the injured Igor Tudor. Nedved takes. It's from its way by Taylor.
That's good goalkeeping by the youngster. Couldn't get the catch. Made sure that he turns it away from oncoming players.
Del Piero's corner. Away by Upson. Controlled by Takinadi. Soto. Astutely back out to Del Piero. Always capable of wrong-putting a defender and very nearly capable of linking up with David Trezeguet. Taylor has been sound in all his work so far. Montero. Away by Campbell. Wrong-footing Takinadi, finding Pires. Always plenty of movement for Arsenal. Cano to Henry. Held up by Birindelli, and Thuram is able to come across and pick Henry's pocket. And by Nedved, but overhit.
Lost the fluency, have Juventus in the game. Arsenal got a spring in their step, they're smooth, industrious in midfield, Parler and Vieira, pacey up front.
So quick in everything they do. It's a real rapier-like thrust. And that's the Musketeers in red tonight. He's got a yellow card out here, and I just wonder whether Alessandro Del Piero said no. Card's got back in the pocket. Cole takes. Buffon has come for it.
Good goalkeeping, good anticipation.
The feeling was that it was the right back Birindelli who was shown the yellow card, and if that is the case, then he too will miss the next Juventus game, which is against Deportivo La Coruña in Turin in February. Takinardi outnumbered. Here goes Ljungberg. David's looking to catch him up and hurling himself at Ljungberg. But the hounding there of Frederick Ljungberg just epitomised the Arsenal effort tonight. It's as if they haven't been fed for days.
Well, David has got away with this one. He really threw himself, didn't he? Actually, he got the ball. It was a very unorthodox type of tackle, and you could justify David's there by saying he did get the ball.
Didn't look pretty, did it?
No, it didn't look pretty, and the crowd didn't think so either.
Pires.
Juventus have really got disturbed after that composed early start. Wonder what that great man of Juve thinks.
Last time Juventus won this competition, 1996, their captain, Gianluca Vialli. Campbell. Ooh, offside, and that was very, very tight. Henry was right on the shoulder of Thuram. Davids, slipped by Vieira. I'm feeling those two are going to be seeing plenty of each other for the remainder of the evening. Davids, whose season started under suspension because of the Nandrolone episode. In his first game for Juventus this season, he got a red card against Celtic. London's Italian community well represented this evening. Claudio Ranieri, the Chelsea coach, and his predecessor, Gianluca Vialli, a legend in Turin. Montero, some strong defending. Takinardi up to Del Piero, who looks so dangerous in the opening stages. Been forced deeper though now, and Davids was late there, and it was well for him that Pires stayed on his feet. Henry into Ray Parlour. Just trying to angle it with the outside of his foot into Ljungberg, who was free. Davids trying to get Juventus moving, but they all ran away from the pass. Lauren. Kanu. Swung into Ljungberg!
Well, that was a hit of a confidence man.
He slipped off Hudson's head. Here's Del Piero. Clipped in towards Trezeguet. It's just slightly overhit, but the real threat is being carried by the Arsenal attack. Some sharp shooting tonight, and Frederick Ljungberg, the latest to display that.
When Kanu crosses that ball, you know, he's the only player in the box is Freddie Ljungberg, and he still gets his volley in. Just once or twice, Thuram and Montero have to get a little bit tighter when it's close to the goal.
That's it, get out of your system now, Freddie, before the World Cup. Thank you.
Good pressing. Arsenal working hard to make sure that Juventus don't have the freedom to move out with the ball. It's exactly what Celtic did to them in Scotland, and put them under great pressure.
Montero. There's nowhere to go. Even inside their own half, Juventus players under immediate pressure. Davids to Takinardi. Did well to turn Lauren there, who just dived in somewhat, and here goes Del Piero looking to get beyond Parlour. It's Alexandro Del Piero, squared in there. It was actually Cole who got in front of Zambrotta. And just as well for Arsenal that he did. Another glimpse of the sumptuous skills of Del Piero.
Just the final ball at times has defeated Juventus. Trezeguet, the frustrated player on most occasions. Ironic applause there. Portuguese assistant.
Well, he's just been voted the most loved player in Italian football in a poll amongst the players themselves. And he not only has the style of a great player, he has the looks of a great star. Quite sure whether he looks more like Bruce Springsteen or Al Pacino. It's not a bad dilemma to have, though, is it, when you're 27 years of age and you're one of the most gifted people in one of the best paid professions in the world? Hey. Del Piero is offside here.
He just spun brilliantly there. I don't think Bruce Springsteen or whoever else it was could do that. It's very clever. Great movement, great control, and he's got speed too.
Push there too. Nedved. Del Piero to Pasotto. Wonderful, wonderful half for Arsenal. Sir Alex Ferguson was saying that they played as well as he could remember against Manchester United here at the end of last month. They may just have played even better tonight to take a 2-goal lead against Juventus, thanks to Freddie Ljungberg and Thierry Henry. It could even have been more. Vieira's shot parried, and Ljungberg on hand to finish off, and then all his own work. Henry made it 2. Delight for Arsenal. They have clear daylight between themselves and Juventus at the break. Not one Italian team survived the group stages last season. Only one Italian team made it to the quarter-finals the year before. And don't forget, England have had 5 quarter-finalists during those 2 years, Spain 6. Change in the balance. Juventus come here with a great name and some great players, but one or two of those have been made to look quite ordinary, particularly at the defensive end tonight, David.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the effect of, they played I think 3 games in 6 days, have they not? They played I think Thursday afternoon after twice delayed games with fog in Turin. I just wonder if that's taken its toll a little bit. After that first 15 minutes, they weren't sharp, they weren't bright. Arsenal dictated. Well, whether Juventus was sluggish, it's difficult to say when you've got such terrific pace running at you. It's very hard to cope with at times.
How can Arsenal keep it going? This is Thuram. Zambrotta, who is a current Italian international, dispossessed by the current French international, Robert Pires, who he would have stepped away from Davids too, but for the foul.
Very clever deception by Pires, dragging it, inducing the challenge of Davids. Davids doesn't go many games without a succession of yellow cards. He's got such great enthusiasm apart from having that magical left foot.
If you're unfamiliar with Davids, the glasses are because of the glaucoma that he suffers in both eyes. Lauren. Kanu.
All the Arsenal players, Kanu's just found it most difficult to get into the swing of the game, although he's an important player for them up there as the front man, essentially to hold the ball and to get the ball back into midfield for them to spread it to the running French forwards. It's just been a little bit sluggish at times, Kanu.
Vieira's header forward. Henry trying to gather it. Thuram looks anxiously over his shoulder. Henry still has it. Well, he did have Pires in support, but having earned the chance by muscling Lilian Thuram, of all people, off the ball, I think Henry was entitled to a strike.
Well, he certainly looked quicker than him on this run. If you look very closely, he gains on Thuram, knocks him down, and then has the audacious cheek to volley with his left foot. He's given us the full range of his skills tonight.
Away from Montero this time and feeding Ljungberg. Early cross in towards Henry. Arsenal picking up where they left off.
Arsenal, you'll find, probably won't pressure quite so early this half. They'll just retreat into the middle third and ask questions of Juventus.
Damage to Zambrotta. He's got on the dangerous side of Cole here. Good save by Taylor. Might still come here for Trezeguet. Brilliant stop on the line, but he's found a way in. And Juventus are back in business. It's David Trezeguet, the leading scorer in the Champions League this season, who has changed the temperature and halved the Arsenal lead.
Well, I think he's disappointed Taylor, but he shouldn't be. That was the problem. He got on the wrong side of Cole. Taylor made a good stop to try and push it out. Trezeguet reacted quickly, and I think he was unlucky on the line, Taylor, and that was his disappointment.
Well, it's not Trezeguet's goal, is it? Campbell knocked it against the goalkeeper, and that's how it found its way into the net. It really was a very unfortunate goal for Arsenal concede. It came off Taylor last from Campbell's goal line clearance. I don't see any way that Trezeguet can actually claim that. But the fact of the matter is that it is Arsenal 2, Juventus 1.
The big problem in the goal was that Zambrotta got onto the wrong side of Cole. Cole just got caught for the briefest of moments, and that caused the problem when the ball was delivered.
Pires with a free kick. Kanu with a flick. Now, is that going to take the wind out of the Arsenal sails? The bare statistics, Taylor-owned goal, really don't do any justice to the 21-year-old Arsenal goalkeeper, but his was the last touch, albeit unwitting.
That's where he's clever. He's got the ability to change his mind. He looked for the forward ball, decided the run had been made to an offside position, and immediately changed his mind.
David's running into trouble. Del Piero had a great position on the right-hand side. Ljungberg forward towards Henry.
Arsenal just lost that little bit of zip. They need to get the ball to Pires and Ljungberg. They haven't done that so far this half.
David seeking out Del Piero, had to stretch just to keep in. Takinardi. A little bit of space here for Zambrotta. Watson managed to catch up with him though.
Well, once again, the searching ball over the top. It's one they're beginning to look for, Juve. Watson can be pleased with his work so far.
Henry's flick. Soto managing to dig out a clearance. Nedved on. Well, the future of this match is back in limbo here. Lauren. Kanu. Lost a lot of Ljungberg, but he kept it in, and here's Lauren, and Arsenal have the throw. That's gone Juventus' way. Arsenal are unbeaten at Highbury in the 15 European games. since Arsene Wenger took charge 5 years ago. Laurent cross cleared by Thuram, to whom Wenger was a mentor in his early years in the game at Monaco. Kanu has run the corner. He was a regular in the Champions League lineup last season, Kanu. Wiltor was not available this evening because of injury. Pires takes. Brave header away by Zambrotta. Parla jumping against Del Piero. Clearance by Pesotto. Here's Trezeguet on towards Del Piero. Now Trezeguet. There's danger here with Nedved free to their right, but Lauren and Cole have managed to force Trezeguet out towards the touchline, and Cole is able to clear. A bit more anxiety now about Arsenal. A bit more belief about Juventus. Davids forward towards Zambrotta. Good control under pressure. Here goes Birindelli.
That was a great ball. Support from the fullback. That's where they look to try and put pressure on Arsenal. Takanadi will sit.
Here's Kanu into the path of Henry, surrounded by black and white shirts though. Cole will pick up the baton and send Pires forward. And Cole will race past him. Vieira knocking it out of play because Arsenal have an injury problem, and it's only Thierry Henry.
Arsene Wenger will just be a little bit concerned that they've lost that fluency, that drive from midfield which Vieira and Parla imposed. Here we see the challenge. It was Edgar Davids who caught him just at the back, I think, of his right ankle.
Might just have taken a clip from Takinardi on the way through there too. Takinardi blasted the ball away, and I think his foot caught Henry. Bergkamp is available on the bench.
We've got no real substitute on the bench to cope with the pace. If any of the quicker players goes off like Henry, they're going to have to bring a player on who can look after the ball. A slower player might mean them having to play with a slower tempo, but it might give them more chance of keeping the ball. But they'll lose that tempo of the pace which Henry gives them.
A great sight for Arsenal, with Thierry Henry being carted to the touchline, having done so much to unsettle and unnerve his old team here tonight. Arsenal will wait to see if he can recover.
Crowd gone just a little bit quiet.
It's the fickle finger of fate which has turned away from Arsenal in this second half. A very unfortunate goal conceded, and now Henry in trouble. But Lauren's coming forward, and so is Pires, switching to the right. Tumbled by Montero. Free kick has been given. Henry is ready to resume, albeit rather gingerly. His third gear is quicker than most top gear. Pires takes. Deflected, Ljungberg is there. Goal kick.
Interesting then, that free kick wide on the right there, taken by right foot Pires. Ljungberg could have taken it, but they don't switch a fullback. So many teams go for the in-swinger from that position, and the left back has to come from one side of the field to another to take it, and sometimes is caught out of position on the quick break if the opposition win the ball. Arsenal keep their shape, they keep their discipline.
Good advantage play. Youngberg to Henry. Pires back on the left. Zambrotta. Good, strong defending from Laurent. Pesotto. Nedved. Virindelli. Davids. Nedved. There was foul by Parla.
Doesn't look sharp in any of his work, does Nedved.
Takinardi. Cross doesn't reach Trezeguet. It's nicely angled by Henry into the path of Vieira. Options here. Lost an awful lot of Thierry Henry.
Fine break, loose pass, and he knows it. Although he probably thinks Henry tonight could catch anything.
Offside.
Still waiting for the Rolls-Royce Trezeguet to get into gear tonight. He hasn't really done so. Came on at Celtic in the second game, and within 10-15 minutes had really imposed himself on the match with wonderful movement and goals. Hasn't really been in it tonight, hasn't really been a great worker for them up front either. Has been waiting rather than seeking opportunities.
Lauren has won a throw. Parla. Campbell. Henry is offside. The game has been given an altogether different flavour by that unfortunate Juventus goal. Corner kick now.
Good ball in, well covered, Matthew Upson. But Virindelli once again surging on the right-hand side and pushing a nasty ball in the box.
Nedved to take. Taken out by Henry. Virindelli. It's a rather hopeful ball in, and Lord is able to deal with it. Cano back there to hold up Pesotto. And a yellow card is coming the way of the tall Nigerian.
Poor decision, in my view, clumsy rather than criminal, that. My guess is that Kanu may not last the distance. I would think that Bergkamp might come and try and hold the ball for Arsenal, maybe play with his back to goal up front. He's done a good job, Kanu, but just looks as though he looks that sharp match practice.
Nedved takes in towards Montero. Good header by Campbell. Clearance by Pires. A little anxious. Down by Nedved. On by Trezeguet. Get into the path of Pavel Nedved.
Well, we've seen Nedved play with both feet.
It is on the direction of UEFA that the goal has now been accredited to David Trezeguet. Not quite sure how he can claim it, but that is 9 goals in 7 Champions League games this season, and that's official. No wonder he's top of the scoring list if he's claiming those. Here's Cano. Oh, just the 3 defenders around him. Now you see it, now you don't. It was just 1 too many for him to elude in the end. Del Piero. Oh, that's a loose one. Pires. Here's Cano. Managed to step away from one, but not from Montero. Davids, for to Zambrotta, who's a good outlet now for Juventus. He's giving Cole a testing time down this touchline.
And it's the left foot of Davids that's able to swing in the ball with the flow of the play onto this right-hand side.
Arsenal are going to make a change. Zambrotta. Birindelli. It's hung awkwardly and Taylor claimed it very well.
Well, he's 6'4", he's got a good frame, and I know I was speaking to Bob Wilson at London Colney a couple of weeks ago, and he was delighted he was getting his chance because he's always had great faith in him.
Cano. Henry. Ooh, that seemed to be the arm of Birindelli which charged it down. Certainly raised his arms. I don't know whether it actually hit that or his chest. Cano. Vieira. Just sold Lauren short there. Campbell. Vieira. Ljungberg. Crossed in towards Henry.
I'm so confident Kano's going to be replaced because he seems to have stopped playing as though he's waiting to come off. Just strolling around in the centre. They made no attempt to get in the box there.
There was a sharp challenge by Ljungberg on Takinardi. Certainly Birindelli's arms were up there. I've got a feeling it might actually have hit him on the chest as Henry tried to lift it beyond him. Indeed, it jumped up into his face. A little over 20 minutes remaining. Cano makes way for Dennis Bergkamp, who came on for the last quarter at Ipswich on Saturday.
Bergkamp, another player who didn't really hit it off in Italy, and as so many players do in their first year, if they don't really hit it, they make moves and then they do well. It's very hard to go to Italy and do very well in your first season.
Bergkamp had 2 seasons with Inter Milan, was a UEFA Cup winner during that spell. New partnership up front. Henry to Bergkamp. Foul by Bergkamp on Thuram. Del Piero. Dispossessed by Campbell. Clever turn by Henry. Feeding Vieira. Now Pires. Trying to wrong foot Birindelli. Looking to make some shooting space for himself. He's done it! Oh, fabulous. And it was only a yard wide.
He worked that ball in inches, and it was a shot out of nothing. There you see 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders in the end gathering round him, and he still gets that shot in. That would have been a great goal.
Change for Juventus. Pavel Nedved has been replaced by Nicola Amoruso, who rejoined from relegated Napoli in the summer.
Talented player, of course, Amoruso, but he was the villain of the piece in Turin when Celtic played, winning and scoring a last-minute penalty.
Very, very dubious last-minute penalty. Corner. Zambrotta was playing a game of poker with Pires, who held the winning hand. Pires will take the corner. Turned away by Zambrotta. Parla. This time Takinardi clears. Del Piero looking for Davids, but Upson on his way back managed to latch onto the ball. Rather weak one from Bergkamp. On by Amoruso. Del Piero. Three-man front line now for Juventus. Davids to Pesotto. Still Arsenal working the Juventus man in possession, making sure that nobody has any time to settle on the ball, pick a pass. Davids under pressure from his fellow countryman Bergkamp. Thuram surges forward. Offside.
It was offside, but it was a pull ball by Thuram. I've been a little bit disappointed with his overall work this evening. There you see the ball, he's got a clear field. His actual pace of the pass was poor, regardless that they didn't get the correct decision from their point of view. And they broke off the Arsenal back four. Trezeguet, well, we're still waiting for him to explode. Has he got something left in his locker?
On by Henry. Sent away by Montero. Pesotto. Tacchinardi. As far as Upson, who's had a very cool game. Vieira. Run off the ball by Tacchinardi. Davids might have touched him too on the way through. Just a bit. Ljungberg. Weighted the pass perfectly to Lauren. Now Pires. It was a very ambitious header, just trying to cushion it into the path of Bergkamp. But they've been full of bright ideas tonight, Arsenal.
Yeah, they've been good in wide positions. And they've worked very hard too, the wide players. They've done just as much confident work coming back and covering as they have going forward and when in possession.
Tacchinardi to Birindelli. Zambrotta. Oh, stabbed it away from him momentarily. Again, Zambrotta has to go back and start all over again. Pesotto. Del Piero. Upson's header. Calmly picks out Parla. Now Vieira. He's caught in possession by Davids. Amoruso. Offside, Del Piero. Rueful grin. Probably level. Probably not guilty. Juventus have won only once on their travels this season. That was nearly 3 months ago in the opening week of the Italian season. Henry. Bergkamp! Well, the shape of his body there as he had to improvise as the touch came back to him from Henry was classic.
He moved off very well to get that touchdown.
Couldn't quite guide it either side of Buffon. Pires still running at Juventus, still taking men on and beating them. Parla gives it him back. He can't get enough of the ball tonight, Robert Pires. On towards Freddie Ljungberg, just asked a bit too much of him, but Pires has it again. Ljungberg once more. Vieira. Cole. Now Bergkamp. Parla. It's deflected. Buffon is able to prevent the corner kick. Amoruso. In Arsenal snaffling possession. Again coming forward, Bergkamp. Lauren has space. Pires making the run, taking Montero out there with him. Time challenged by the Uruguayan, who gets the decision.
Beginning to roam Pires now from left to right, but he's still full of running. It's a marvellous get out for the defenders, the Arsenal defenders.
Pesotto, the left back, is going to be replaced by Christian Zanoni. It's a straight swap out, full back. player who's coming on. Thierry Henry, who came from Bologna last year as cover at left back. Ljungberg running Paramati. David has to go back there to help out. He gives it straight to Ljungberg, and here's Bergkamp.
What a great
Cut
ball.
back to Parla. Good drive by Parla. Side netting. But that just underlines the way that Arsenal have, in all areas of the field, hunted it down, chased it, forced mistakes.
Well, the brilliance of that ball, Clive, almost caused me to interrupt you. It's so clever to do what Bergkamp there. He's on the byline. 9 out of 10 players would have tried to get that ball into the box. He spotted Parla coming from deep, reversed it to him acutely, and Parla hit the shot. Parla deserves something like that. He's been terrific in midfield. But wonderful pass by Bergkamp.
Piero. Angle towards Amoruso, but Campbell deals with it. He's done nothing wrong tonight.
No, he's back.
Henry's flick. It's the wrong side of Bergkamp. Run away from Takinadi. Here's Bergkamp. Paramati. Amoruso. Davids. Ridindelli. Off Cole, some deals with it. Again, a real measure about Matthew Upson, not quite so much about Parla that time. Look at that from Upson. Is that confidence? Vieira, Pires, on by Bergkamp. Lovely use of the ball by Arsenal. Bright and sharp in their work. Their self-assurance flowing through their game tonight. Henry to Lauren. Henry once more. Back towards Vieira, who has played into trouble, who fouled Del Piero. Goal got to Amoruso, Takinadi forward. This one in the backs of Arsenal's minds. A year ago, they came back from a hiding in Moscow in their opening game in the second phase. They went 2-up against Bayern Munich here and were pegged back to 2-2, a game they really should have won, but against quality opponents who punished them on the night. Juventus would find it very difficult to make a case for deserving a point from this match thus far. That doesn't mean they can't take one. To ride the challenge from Davids, which takes some doing, and Henry is peeled off into space. And here's Thierry Henry, looking to go beyond Montero. Oh, it was smuggled away by Thuram. Not sure that it was goal-bound, the cross shot from Henry, but Bergkamp was loitering with intent at the far post. Good break.
Well, warm applause there for Ray Parla. Fabulous break. And Henry's acceleration almost bought a return pass for Bergkamp to slide in, but give Thuram credit, it was a great block.
Lauren. Cole. Nothing wide left of him. Here's Vieira. Cole provides the width himself. Looking to go between Birindelli and Zambrotta. He's audacious. Takinadi. Forward towards Amoruso. Lauren defending well. Ljungberg got back there too. Lauren is brought down pretty unceremoniously by Michele Paramati.
Well, I think Paramati will be lucky if he escapes a booking for that. Really clattered into Lauren.
Frederick Ljungberg is causing us a little bit more concern. He was already down injured before this foul by Paramati. Lauren is okay. And so is Ljungberg.
Well, I think he deserves credit, Lauren, for getting up. He's making a passive gesture with his arm as though to say to the referee, you know, should he get away with that? But he's, you know, he could be far more, if he was far more aggressive, or if it had stayed down longer, I'm sure he could have put the Juventus player in trouble. So credit Lauren.
Away by Upson. Henry is offside. Montero. Zambrotta. Trezeguet putting beyond the far post, trying to knock it back. But Lauren read that really well. Knocked it against Del Piero there. Goal kick. Rimondi is imminent. It's hardly figured in the last 3 weeks or so. And it's Thierry Henry who's going to be rested for these closing moments. Played a massive part in putting Arsenal in sight of a massive victory. Rimondi will shore up midfield.
I think Arsene Wenger just had a word with Ljungberg to tell him to play more central in these last few minutes.
Del Piero's dropped a little deeper behind Amoruso and Trezeguet, and I think he will be Rimondi's main port of call for the last few minutes. Offside, Amoruso.
Good play by Campbell and his colleagues there, just to hold the line as the ball was on its way back. They just stood still to catch the runner. There we see them, know exactly how to play it. Cole and Campbell involved.
Cole again. Zambrotta went all the way back with him, and Cole has been penalised. Davids looking to outstrip Rimondi. Goal kick.
Well, he'd be disappointed, Edgar Davids, because it's in positions like that when he's trapped and caught, and like near the byline where he can do incredible little tricks and get out of trouble, and he wasn't able to produce one then when he needed one, and the ball ran out of play.
Bergkamp. Rimondi to Lauren. Ljungberg has moved up front there alongside Bergkamp. Tacchinardi. He's the playmaker in the Italian national team at the moment, the number 20, but he hasn't been given much space to do much playmaking tonight. Little flick there from Trezeguet, and here's Amoruso trying to improvise it against the arm of Cole. Zambrotta, back to Davids. Oh, referee got in the way. Good defending by the Portuguese man. And here's Ljungberg now, and Arsenal have men over on the break, and finished to a perfect evening. Arsenal 3, Juventus 1, and boy have they deserved it. And what a finish, and what a part the referee played in it. There's a yellow card for either Del Piero or Davies, and there's no doubt about it, the referee's intervention there was critical in winning Arsenal the ball, but how they used it.
Well, it really was. I mean, you can't blame the referee, that's the laws of the game. It was unfortunate, but there's Bergkamp, so clever about it, trying to cover on the line. That's really clever, and there you see the threat of Ljungberg, dangers for England, possibly in Japan.
That was the tackle by the referee. Rounded off a fabulous night for Arsene Wenger and his team. Ljungberg's second goal of the night. Ashley Cole not quite with us here. He took a blow to the head there. Quite sure how that happened. I'm assuming that Davies was the man yellow carded. It's only he and Del Piero were in bother with the referee. Marcello Lippi looking less than impressed by that twist of fate, but hey, when you see the replay of your goal, mate, any luck that Arsenal got there, they deserve. Martin Keown comes on in place of Cole for the last few minutes. Upson will switch to left back. Del Piero. He was caught late there by Grimondi. Last time Grimondi faced Italian opposition, he took Diego Simeone on and finished up with a 3 going back. Ljungberg. Arsenal's last hat-trick in Europe was scored by Ray Parlour. Confirmation of the yellow card for Edgar Davids, which has been coming. Amoruso's flick, and it came off Keown. A card waiting to happen, I think it's fair to say. Stoppage time.
Well, you couldn't imagine Arsenal 12 months ago with a back four of Laurent, Campbell, Upson and Cole starting a European Cup time, playing so confidently, and that's to their credit.
4 added minutes. Lauren caught in possession by Del Piero, but fouled. Well, he started the evening as if he might just be the most influential player of the evening. But nothing but frustration in the end for the Juventus captain. Play had already been stopped here for a foul by Del Piero. They were quarter-finalists last season, David. This is their 4th consecutive year in the Champions League. Are they learning enough to go further?
Well, I think they should be, and certainly on tonight's performance, they've coped tremendously well. They got better as the game went on. They just had a first 15 minutes of a little bit of unease. They slowly got their shape. They got the ball wide to pacey, purposeful wide players, and they developed some very good attacks. And Parlour and Vieira played so sensibly in the centre of midfield. I mean, it's been a fully deserved victory.
And another wonderful night of Champions League football ahead of us on ITV tomorrow night. The main game on ITV1 starting at 7:30 tomorrow night is the one at Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Boavista. Join Des Lynam at ITV1 7:30. Arsenal have given each a great tonic here. Taylor at the back to the different varieties of attacking formulas that Arsenal. plenty for Van Bronckhorst and Henry and everybody in the camp Cano there to smile about. I don't know what language that joke's been told in. Pat Rice didn't see the funny side. David's forward. Campbell away. Pires might just have been the pick of the lot. Vieira. Ljungberg. On to Pires again. Couldn't quite gather that in. Davids almost revels in the role of villain. Vieira running into trouble. He's got the decision though. This fantastic unbeaten home record of Arsenal's will continue. They've won all 4 now here in this season's Champions League and scored 11 goals in the process. They won 5 and drew 2 here last season. They won all 4 at Highbury in the UEFA Cup the year before after vacating Wembley. What a friend this wonderful old ground is to them. Nowhere quite like it. Attendance tonight just short of 35,500, and all goes well with Islington Council next week. By the year 2004 they'll be playing in front of 60,000. A win that Arsenal desperately needed, a win they thoroughly deserved. They play with a verve and a sparkle here tonight. Only a cruel twist of fate denied them an even more convincing victory, but victory over Juventus may just convince them they can really progress in this season's competition. They looked as good as anything around at times tonight and beat the mighty Juventus by 3 goals to 1. First, Ljungberg capitalising on Buffon's mishandle, then Henry with a free kick, 2-0 at half-time. Juventus got back into the game with this goal forced by Zambrotta's run, but eventually scored when Campbell knocked it against his own goalkeeper and the ball dribbled in. But Arsenal have played some spectacular football tonight, and that's how they rounded the year, making it Arsenal 3, Juventus 1. Terrific night.